Hello and welcome to Eye of the Beholder. Today we are doing a pick a card. This theme is going to be a love reading. So first thing about a love reading, we always got to do a little bit of a disclaimer. So you want to really just take what resonates. If something just feels completely opposite of what you feel is truth, then that's not a message that's meant for you. So you just really want to let those go. Don't let those stick in your brain and start impacting your relationships. We just really want to take things that resonate and things that ring a bell of truth. Just always want to say that in the beginning. I am going to be doing an intuitive card reading. So if you know the cards and if you know the meaning and it just feels a little off, just know that it is coming from a place of intuition. So I'm just going to go with the messages that I get. Today the theme is going to be, what does your person think is going on between the two of you? So this is going to be kind of interesting because there's not necessarily a way you can check that unless you and your person, you can ask your person this, I guess, and tell me if it's accurate. We have 3 choices today. So I have crystals on each of them, or if you just want to pick a pile that calls to you, but I'll go ahead and walk through the crystals. This is the Malachite, or Malachite, however you want to say that. We have a Fluorite Tower here, super pretty. And then we have this skull, and I have no idea what crystal it is. It's just really cool. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'll have the timestamps down below. So we're going to start with pile 1. If you need to pause and figure out which one calls to you, go ahead and do that. And we're going to get going. Alrighty. Pile 1, the Malachite. So there's not a lot of order to this. I kind of let whatever cards wanted to come out. So we're going to see what we got. Okay, so right away I'm picking up on, I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily say a fight so much as that there's definitely a need for, I might lean towards there's a disagreement of some kind, because we have give your relationship a chance, and the 6 of Arrows, transition, so leaving something behind. That doesn't, I definitely wouldn't say the relationship, because this is a lot of very positive, caring energy here. I would definitely just say that there's a need to leave some disagreements in the past and to give the relationship a chance. And we want to remember this is how they're experiencing it. So even if from your side it doesn't feel like there was a disagreement or anything like that, this is just kind of how they're relating to it. So it is definitely something that they've had to kind of leave behind. And it looks like there's a lot going on with like a sense of reflecting on this so that they're able to transition and give your relationship a chance. So kind of trusting their intuition, going inside, and maybe they took some time apart, they need some space to kind of think about it. Yeah, but it seems like they're really committed to this relationship and just really wanting there to be like a commitment. But with this card, we're definitely talking about, this is all about warmth and support, and that you can't really get that if you're not willing to give it. So they might have also come to that realization, especially with the Justice too. Yeah, there definitely was a need for balance here. There might have been a partner in here that wasn't maybe giving as good as they got, we'll say. These two are also really interesting, the Knave of Wands and the King of Wands. So there's definitely maybe an energy of feeling like he didn't maybe seem as trustworthy or seem that he could give you what you needed. But there's definitely this urge to move into this kingly place. And the King of Wands, in this deck at least, is all about commitment and really embracing your partner in that way and just really going for it. Okay, and then we have these two cards as well. Just kind of been picking up a little bit of a different energy there, so I'm kind of wondering if this could be how they're relating to the partner, but definitely the Queen of Stones, if you look, it's a very powerful person, and they're radiating out into the light, so they're leaving this cave, which is this structure, is this place that you can always return to, but they're heading back out into the sunlight. So again, I could definitely see how that would come in actually with the transition. Oh look, back there too. So yeah, it's definitely a need to kind of move away from this energy of like needing to figure out like, how do I feel about this? How do I relate? What does my intuition tell me about this situation? Transitioning and looking to something that's brighter. This too, these guys, I see a lot of like a need to maybe move outside of their comfort zone. Moving away from what they thought is the way to do things. Yeah, because if they were operating from like a knave, they might not have been doing the best choices, and it might have at the time seemed like that's just how to behave, and maybe through this relationship they've realized, oh, maybe, you know, I don't want to be this, I want to be the king. So there's definitely a sense of balancing that out so that they can give your relationship a chance. This is a really good energy here. I feel there's a lot of caring and a lot of desire to provide this support and commitment. So that's really nice. If there was any disagreements, it's definitely something that they want to move past, and they definitely want to give your relationship a chance, and they want to embrace this king energy. That's who they want to be. Okay, let's see if I'm getting anything else here. Nope, I think that will be it for pile 1. Thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely rest of whatever time you are occupying. And if that resonated with you, please let me know. And if not, please let it go. Okay, we are going to move on to pile number 2. Okay. So pile number 2, the fluorite, which I'm just going to spin because it's so pretty again. Okay. And as I told pile 1, you kind of just got however many cards from each deck came out. So you might have more of one than the others. Oh yeah, this deck really wanted to talk to you guys. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize so much came out. Wow. Well, we won't tell the other... Oh my, we won't tell the other pals about this. Just won't do that. There's so many. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I don't even know if you can see all those. Let me just double check. You can't really, but we'll just move everything up. Okay. And if you can't see, don't worry, because I'm going to hold them all up to the camera so you can see at some point. Okay, let me see what I'm getting here. Oh, it's okay. So right away, I'm definitely seeing that there was a time where things maybe weren't super easy for you guys, and or for them, as I should say. Let me see if it's even going to focus. Whoop, whoop, maybe not. Okay, let's try to get that guy to focus on these. He doesn't want to. There we go. Okay, so I'm definitely getting that there was a time where things were a little tough, and not necessarily in a super bad way, but just in the terms of like the hooded man, in terms of a relationship, means a lot of need for introspection and time alone and working out one's own kind of stuff, and that definitely took a lot of endurance, and it might have been difficult on this blonde female or on whoever this person is. I'm sensing it might be either, honestly, considering it's probably difficult for both. I also like this lightning strike, these two little sources of light here, that it's not the end, it's the beginning, you know. In every darkness, there's that light waiting to come out. And we need that time. We need that time to reflect. And then that culminated into this Ace of Arrows, the breath of life. So definitely things have started to really take off. And I mean, take off. Okay. So we're going to get to those at the end here. We're going to look at, because this deck, ooh, it had so many things to say to you. Let's move these up. Okay. Interesting. Oh, these are all very lovely. Okay, so I can definitely see these two. Okay, so with this energy going on, with all of this kind of pulling away to kind of introspect and figure out what path do I want to take, who do I want to be, what is my inner knowledge telling me, and this need for endurance and the lightning strike and just feeling everything being rather overwhelming. There's definitely the death. Now, death in this deck is like, oh, such an amazing figure here. And the idea is that she's this unending primal force. She's just radiating this power. And basically, to come out of this and into this breath of life, that's kind of close to the first one, actually. Maybe a little bit more dramatic. It took this kind of death. So definitely your relationship has gone through a huge transition in this person's eyes. They had to really reflect and really have endurance to kind of basically give birth to something that was so much bigger. And that definitely took a lot of patience on their part. This is the Knight of Pentacles in this deck, so it's all about patience, and they kind of equate it to this fruit here. If you eat it too soon, you're going to have a very disgusting, maybe unpleasant experience. So you're waiting for it to ripen, for that right time. So they might have been waiting for that within the relationship. And that might have had a bit of a Queen of Pentacles death vibe going on. And the Queen of Pentacles is this very, yeah, she's running the show, if you can see it. And there's a lot of, she's being worshipped and that kind of thing. But she's kind of pulled away from the experience. She almost looks like a statue, like it's not even impacting her. So there could have been a lot of times of just feeling like they weren't really there, that they were gone into this internal space for sure. And now we just have this like blossoming happening. So this is definitely too a sensation of I've been waiting, like there's this back and forth, and there's finally this touch, this union, to kind of finally dispel all of the sense of waiting, this final coming together. This, of course, bondage, but mostly we're talking about bonding and that giving of oneself in that situation, and realizing that's such a big part of creating a lasting relationship. And the Ten of Chalices. So of course this final culmination of that ideal relationship. I'm really curious about this guy. So it's past life relationships, but it is upside down. And what I'm thinking, and obviously I'm reading this more intuitively now, because what I'm seeing is this, and birth, or I should reverse that actually. I'm seeing the Hermit, I'm seeing the death of this other person, I'm seeing this birth, this breath of life shooting into things. So I'm seeing that as kind of almost letting go of this past relationship, of what it used to be, and embracing what it is now in the present, and just embracing this like bonding, this wedding, whatever that wants to mean, this sacred union going on between you guys. So they definitely, this definitely was not a super easy thing for them to do, because they had to have some endurance. They had to figure out who they were, and they had to let some things of theirs die. But they're realizing how beautiful that was, how much it's giving them, and how much they want that to stay. So that is really beautiful. Pile number 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all the messages I have for you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up. And again, remember, if it doesn't resonate, then just let that go. All right. Whoop, there we go. Alrighty, pile number 3. Alrighty, that is the skull of unknown composition. Okay, we put that guy over there. And as I've told all the other piles, you got as many cards as wanted to come out and speak to you. So if a deck was really just wanting to communicate, you got more of those cards. Oh yeah, you guys, the Wildwood Tarot is just all about you guys. Okay. I'm figuring out too that I need you to focus. Good, camera. Okay. Eventually I'm going to figure out how to make you look at stuff. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Oh, you know, I do my best to avoid reversals. I double check all of my decks, but sometimes they just fly out and land that way. So we are going to see if that feels true. And if you can't see, don't worry, I'm going to focus all the cards up to the camera. So let's see what we got here. Okay. This is interesting. Alright, so right away, these are definitely buddies here. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we're going to play the focus game again. Here we go. Do you want to focus? Good, camera. Okay. So right away I'm seeing that there was perhaps some deception in the past, but that's over now. That was definitely maybe a theme that was going on and they want it over. Whether that be you or them, there's definitely this need and desire for that to be done. And I was definitely seeing that that's brought up a lot of insecurity, this feelings of maybe there's some deception here, and that there's this sensation of needing to be vigilant. Like, it's not necessarily taking away from the love. You can still enjoy these, like, you know, passionate encounters with somebody, but kind of, you know, keep part of yourself vigilant and maybe part of yourself separate from the encounter. So there's just a sense of like insecurity and uncertainty kind of here. But that's definitely, I'm feeling it to be a past energy, because we have, otherwise known as the pinch here. I'm sorry if I'm hitting the camera. I'm just trying to make sure it's focusing. There we go. The pinch in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. So that would definitely be about inaction, about pulling back, like this sense of feeling insecure and uncertain and not really sure what's true. That's over now. But that's definitely an energy that they felt was happening, and that was causing some suffering. That was causing this, you know, the pinch sensation of there being some discomfort and there being some insecurity and uncertainty. And that definitely feels like a past energy, because those are coming out in reverse. Or, I mean, these kind of things here. And now, I mean, wow, we are just really moving into just this spark of life. Again, I just want to make sure you can see the spark of light moment, just this like passion, this like ignition. So there's been, by this removal of this like fear and insecurity, there's just this express your love, just bursting out in this like spark here. And it's, I mean, it's love. It's, as far as they're concerned, this is it, you know. This is beautiful, especially with this guy too. This is all kind of about the afterglow, that sensation of just holding one another and being held. So this is, you know, maybe a less sexual card than some of the other ones, but it's about being embraced and that comfort of knowing. So definitely the release of this, and all this pain, and like, not even, it wasn't even, I wouldn't say like this horrible, like, it was a pinch, it was discomfort, it was uncertainty. How any of us would deal with it is it caused some insecurity when you're just not quite sure. And so having that kind of being cleared up and having this spark and this knowledge has really kind of freed them. And it's just given this birth to this waters of life. So that's really lovely, because you got both of this going on here. I'm gonna make sure you can see these. Sorry about that, guys. My camera decided it only wanted to record 20 minutes. So here we are. I apologize if it kind of cut dramatically. Alrighty, but now we're going to play the focus game again. You guys are being so patient, pile 3. I appreciate it. Whoa, way over here. Okay, so this is kind of where we were. Alrighty, so we're talking about how your person not only had all of this passion and this spark, but all of this emotion. So this very full package here, leading to this guy, you know. Okay, we're gonna put that down. Now I kind of want to talk, about these 3. So your person is just feeling ready to go. And like the Knight of Stones is usually this really like, you know, like it would be a slower kind of pace. But this guy is just going. He's just gone. He's ready. He's ready to express. He's ready for this. So your person is just feeling so freed after these kind of sensations. Whatever this was, so they might be a bit more gung-ho than you might be used to, and all of this energy is just kind of pouring out, moving from this place of feeling like they really kind of needed to be vigilant and maybe just careful because, you know, they're insecure. What if they get hurt? You know, there's that pinch, there's that just uncertainty, and with the release of that, there's just gonna be such a flow, you guys. It's just, if you're not already feeling it, you will be, because there's anyone who sees this as their situation, focus. Anyone who sees this as their situation, this is somebody who's they're very happy with what's going on. They see it as just a very beautiful connection. It's really giving them the full package. So if maybe you've been experiencing them on this level, maybe seeing some of this kind of behavior, this insecurity, and just being like, why are you acting like that? It was because of just this uncertainty, because of this, and all of that. It's just, it's faded away, or it will fade away into something really, really passionate, but also really just emotional and open. So that's a really lovely message for pile 3. Let me see if I'm getting anything else for you guys. No, I think that's it. Okay. So I really hope that resonated with you, and if it didn't, I would definitely, I really hope it did, because that's nice. But if it didn't, definitely go ahead and, you know, let it go. If you're like, what pinch, there's no insecurity, then maybe that wasn't your message. But I appreciate you coming here either way, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time. Thank you for stopping by.